Okay, guys, so you finally got someone that accepted your deal, and now you're going to meet up with them. What do you do when you meet up with them? Well, that's what I'm going to be covering in this video. Okay, guys, so there's 5 key things you need to do whenever you meet up with someone to transact a transaction, whether you got the lead on Facebook or Craigslist or Let Go, wherever you got this item from, you always want to set some rules and some standards to not only protect yourself, but to make the customer feel comfortable as well. So guys, 5 tips. The very first tip for you guys is always meet at a safe public location. And this should go without saying. Don't ever meet someone at their house. Don't meet at, and honestly, I don't really meet at locations that the customer chooses. I always meet at a location that I choose. So always choose to meet at, your best option is probably going to be a local police station. They have designated areas you can transact business. But for me, what I do is I meet at inside locations that are well lit. So like a fast food restaurant is great, a coffee shop. Somewhere that is well lit and is inside is going to be ideally your best location to meet at. So that's the number one tip. Always make sure you transact business at a very public location. Second thing is you've got to make sure you get a bill of sale, a valid photo ID, so a driver's license, passport, something like that, and that they sign that bill of sale. And on this bill of sale, you're going to put the item that they're selling you, the cost that you bought it for, and then you get their signature and you write down the date and all that stuff. So that's the second thing. Third is you want to check the ESN status. And this isn't in any particular order. You just got to make sure you do these 5 things. So third thing is check the ESN status. If you haven't watched my video on that, go back and watch that. It's very important to make sure that the phone isn't reported lost or stolen. Fourth thing is reset or log out of the iCloud, okay? Or you have to do both. So you want to log out of the iCloud first and then factory reset the device. Now, I generally set the expectation in advance to have them do this before I meet up. But whenever you do meet up with them, you got to make sure you do that. You don't want to be stuck with a iCloud locked device or a Google locked device. You always want to make sure that that device is unlocked. I apologize in advance, guys. I'm downtown right now. I recorded this video earlier, but if you hear some water noise, it's because I'm sitting by a fountain. Anyway, so the 5th and final thing that you guys got to make sure you do is make sure you inspect the device. So if there's, if you negotiated a deal for a good condition phone, then you have to make sure that there's no little hairline cracks, there's no heavy scratches. You have to make sure it's the same model phone that you negotiated. And if it's not, then you have to make sure that you adjust your price accordingly. Because if you do not do this, you're not going to be operating on the margins that you need to. You're not going to be making the profit that you need to. So don't be afraid to be like, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but there's this little crack here on the screen. So unfortunately, I can't do the $100 on it. However, with it being cracked, I can still buy it from you. So I could do the $60 cash. Would that work for you? So you just have to be able to adjust your price once you do that. My final tip for you guys would be, whenever you're doing this transaction, one of the most important things, this is just a little bonus tip. This isn't one of the 5 things you have to do, but it's going to help you out in your business in the long run, is make sure you are friendly with the customer, right? The more they like you and the smoother the transaction goes, the more likely you are to create that repeat business. So, just always show up with a smile on your face. Make sure that you give them a memorable experience of how easy it was. Talk to them, ask them how their day's going. This is going to bring you repeat business in the long run and have them refer their friends and family to you as well. So that's all I got for you guys. Just always remember, don't forget that first rule. If you forget anything else, if you forget to log out of the iCloud or whatever, you're just, you're going to lose a little bit of money, but that first rule is your safety. Safety is always the top priority. So please never break that rule of not meeting at a public location. So that's all I got for you guys. That's my 5 tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video.